like sand walk, and let me just say that's not easy to do. And it's if you ever like try to do that
Welcome,
shit,
class.
it's
I
best to
am
do it at
Professor
night
Yeah.
Spot. Today we're learning
because um okay, so allow me to explain. So sand walking, and the reason why you do it is you have to walk out of rhythm.
Yeah.
Okay? You have to walk out of rhythm because if you're walking in rhythm or you're moving in rhythm, this alerts Shai Halud,
Yep.
which is the sandworm, right?
Yep.
And
is an outstanding
um,
schedule for a first year.
the
How many
sandworm
points for Gryffindor?
it hunts based
Try
off of
to be a
vibration.
little bit quicker this
Let me
time.
Yeah, I
just put it
remember
this
from the
way.
movies. They were pretty
Do
good.
you, let me just put it this way. To give you how sensitive it is, I had a desert rat give me away.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like I was just sitting there and I was like not moving, and then I just see this desert rat just come
Is an
hopping along,
outstanding
and then
schedule
all
for
of
a
a
first
sudden the
year.
ground started shaking, and I was like,
For
oh
you,
shit, and
Gryffindor.
then I just see
Let's
Shahalood come
continue
out
with
of the ground, and
lessons
I'm like,
today.
oh shit, and then I just took off running, man. Like I just started hauling. I was like, screw trying to fucking hide anymore. Just run, make it to any kind of rock.
Yeah, nah, for real. That's fucking
But
funny. Sounds like it's a good
bro,
game.
it is very very good. And then I like the fact that there is PvP, right? But it's like limited to certain areas,
Yeah.
and there is a PvE experience. And again, one of the things that is important is like the survival aspects of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like an RPG where, yes, there is damage models. Yes, you have like armor values, damage models, and durability and things like that. But like, there's also survival mechanics where you have to like get resources. You have to not only take those resources, but use those said resources to survive because without those said resources, you will certainly die.
Yeah.
And it's not easy because there is a lot of things that you have to do. Of course, you have to be able to research,
Mm-hmm.
and to research stuff, you have to gain experience. You gain experience in pretty much almost everything you do, from movement to climbing to fighting, you name it. Like you get experience for a lot of stuff, but finding locations and being able to recon also yields a ton of experience.
Yeah.
And then, of course, completing side quests and so on and so forth can yield a ton of experience as well.
Yeah.
This is what allows you to basically learn and research new things, which allows you to build blueprints, I guess, if you will, and then you can use those blueprints to basically build the items that you need to craft or make.
Yeah.
And eventually you get into a point where like you actually have to set up a home,
Oh
right?
shit.
Or a base, which is pretty detailed, and you have to basically find energy cells
Yeah.
and fuel that thing because there's a generator that you can get that provides power to the base, but it not only provides power to the base, but it also is your base shielding.
Yeah. That shit sounds fucking sick though.
Yeah. And without that shielding, let me just put it this way. There are storms on Arrakis, right? There are sandstorms. Exposure to sandstorms will kill you. Okay? That should tell you how bad it is because those are just standard sandstorms. Then there is what's called Coriolis sandstorms.
Mm-hmm.
These are like the mother of all fucking sandstorms. That so much so that the song Darude Sandstorm wouldn't even be enough to cover it. Okay,
Damn.
but like
A first-rate incendio, Mr.
the
Potter.
reason why it's so important
15 points
that you
in
have
the
that shield
red.
generator is because in a
Let's continue
Coriolis
with the
sandstorm
lessons,
there's
Mr.
radiation.
Yeah.
And the winds are also fucking just like a regular sandstorm can kill you. Okay, like if you're caught out in it, your health will start dropping, right? Because it's peeling your fucking skin off of you. Okay. In a Coriolis sandstorm, it's like taking a hurricane winds,
Mr. Potter.
Yeah.
right, and cranking it by 50. Okay. It's like insta death, all right? Like that's the translation here. And it's so much so that like if you don't have any shields
Yeah.
on your base,
Those are
it
spiky
will
bushes. You may cast
destroy
incendio on
your
them.
base.
Ooh,
Step back
damn.
to avoid their needles.
So there's a lot of shit then that's into it. That's good.
Yeah. And the thing is the Coriolis sandstorms are important because they actually reset the map. As weird as that may sound, that's how it's supposed to be. Essentially, what happens is during the Coriolis sandstorms, it actually destroys the entire map and reshapes the environment and even destroys previous locations or certain areas, but reveals new locations and new places that have been buried deep within the sand that have been forgotten.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to get that for sure. You said it comes out in June?
Cast
Yep.
incendio to
Yeah, I'm
June
gonna get it.
10th.
I'm gonna get it like the check before that 100% because it sounds like it could be good.
the challenge stars to
Yeah, and I
I've
got
been
the
waiting to
fuck the
check
world
out
edition, which
gameplay.
allow. Yeah, I got the fuck the world edition, which allows me to play the game in early access. So
How
I
much
get
is
it
that?
like I think 5 days early. Oh, dude, it's not cheap.
How much is it
it's like
though?
it's like 100 bones, bro.
Oh, I got it then.
Let me see. Hold on, let me check.
Sure, I'll be able to.
Let's see.
If not, I'll get the base game.
Doing making.
Could be content as long as I fucking. If I buy it
without
early,
question.
Yeah, if I buy it early, then it's worth it because I can get videos out early.
Yeah, it comes out in approximately 4 weeks. And for me, it starts June 5th because I got a 5-day ahead in advance.
That's gonna be fire then.
Let's see, $89.99.
Thank you, JD, for joining the stream.
There's also. Yo, what up, JD?
The new overlay's kind of looking sick. I just gotta fix it after and stretch it out more. It looks good though.
Yeah, no. Here. Let me just drop you the link real quick, and you can just take a look for yourself, bro.
Word.
I did the beta weekend, which I got to try it for a little bit.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fun. I wish that beta weekend would have lasted a lot longer, though. I really do.
No, for real.
But it was enough for me to actually really enjoy the overall given experience of it all. What's wild is this actually takes place after another game.
Yeah.
Because there was a Dune game that came out way back in, like, I want to say, like, the early 90s, right?
Oh shit. Yeah. No, I actually think I did hear about that because the new Dunes are a remake, correct?
They're a remake of the original classic. Like, even I should say the movies themselves are like a remake of the original classic. Because I'm gonna be real when I say this, and I'm probably gonna catch a lot of flack for a lot of people from saying this. However, aesthetics from the original like 1980s film was ass. Like,
Damn. I haven't
being
seen
real.
it, honestly. I'm gonna have to watch it sometime.
Yeah, I watched it at one point and like the shielding was so basic. Like, I mean, I'll give credit where credit is due. For the 80s and the fact that they added some sort of CGI animation way back when
Mm-hmm.
was, brand new and unheard of, I'm sure, and into the movie industry. And it was advanced for what it is.
Yeah.
But uh, the shielding looked like polygons,
Damn.
like straight up. It looked like geometric polygons. But they since then they've redone and revived the movie with making of Dune and Dune 2, which
Yeah.
is literally just the same story from the first film, but reimagined, right? They changed a lot of the aesthetics, and I think the aesthetics are more pleasing now. And this game kind of fits within that,
Yeah.
but it also takes a little bit more from the Dune universe as a whole,
Yeah.
because it also takes place after the Assassin War,
Alright.
which was a big deal, and that actually took place in a Dune RTS video game way back in the 90s.
Damn. Hmm.
Yeah, and that was the story of that. Like, that was the whole reason why it was an RTS game, was because there was like the three great houses were basically at each other's throats and trying to kill one another
Yeah.
on Arrakis, and hence why it was called the Assassin War. But this takes place after that, right? Like, the new Dune Awakening takes place after that, as they made mention of it during one of the during the beta for it. And so, kind of having some sense of idea for timing, kind of a big deal,
Yeah.
right? For the story, the plot, and everything. But I also know that like every player um, is eventually you can become very, very overpowered, because unlike, I want to say, unlike a lot of MMOs,
Mm-hmm.
this one does something a little different. You do have a starting class, however, you're not restricted to that class. You can actually mix match a little bit into other classes, but starting on a certain class will actually kind of shape your play style and what kind of character you're intending to play.
Yeah.
But you can still gain access to other classes and other skill trees by and large, which allows to add a lot more flexibility in making you exceptionally powerful,
Sounds sick.
just overall. So
Yeah. No, it definitely does sound like it could be fun. I can't wait.
yeah, me neither. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. I just hope it ain't like that Avatar game, though. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. But I doubt it, because there's online multiplayer, there's a bunch of cool shit, base building. It should be good.
Yeah, no, they really went into depth with it. I mean, like, I just love the fact that even just as gruesome as this is, like, one of the survival details they added into the game is that you actually have to draw blood from your opponents, and
Yeah.
you have to fill blood bags with them after defeating your opponents, because their blood, right,
Yeah.
is actually what can be made into essentially made into water.
Damn. That's wild.
Yeah, because at base you can build a water purification system, right?
Yep.
And you just fill this whole thing full of blood, right? And like it actually takes all the blood out of it and then just leaves behind nothing but water.
Damn.
And it's important. It is vitally important because like even the still suit itself, as good as it is to because as disgusting as this also sounds, in the Dune franchise, the armor that a lot of people wear is the steel suit, and they have different variants of the steel suit. But the steel suit basically uses everything from your sweat to even your urine to actually turn it into water.
What the fuck?
Like actual drinking water. Like it filters it because it has an onboard filtering system,
Yeah.
right? And the only thing that is needed to power it and keep it going is for you to walk.
What? Wicked.
Yeah. your movement and your running and walking is literally what powers the steel suit and keeps it going, and it filters all your sweat and urine into water that you can drink. But this only holds a certain amount of water reserve, so having extra water is vital
Yeah, no, definitely.
in that regard. So like yeah, and being out in the beating hot sun, which is a mechanic in this game,
Yeah.
if you're in direct sunlight, bro, you can only withstand that exposure for too long before you have a negative status effect.
Yeah.
And that negative status effects immediately starts dehydrating you faster.
Damn.
So it's like you have to thrive to stay in the shadows as much as you can. If you have to expose yourself, just don't let it be for long.
Yeah. No, it sounds like it's gonna be fun, honestly. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I greatly enjoy it. I think it's a great game. I think you'll really love it too.
Yeah, no, definitely. It sounds like it's gonna be fucking fun.
You've collected several challenge stars. That's 10 points for Gryffindor. Now off you go.
This fucking level was easy. Not even gonna lie.
There you are. I hope you did well in your herbology class. I've got something I need to talk to you about. Be best to discuss it back at my hut. Meantime, you're gonna be late for your broomstick training. Off you go.